Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Let's Taste with the Intrepid Wino. My name is James Scaresbrook, and wine from the Intrepid cellar is going to be tasted on this edition from a winery that I've done a couple of different episodes of the show on, all from my cellar. I haven't received any samples from Yering Station, very important Yarra Valley wine producer, based on the valley floor, at a very historic location. One of the, I think it's that location, is one of the original producers of wine back in the 19th century. In more modern times, owned by the Rathbone Wine Group. They have established a very strong reputation for a number of different grape varieties from the Yarra Valley, also for their sparkling wine. I've had a number of former winemakers on my podcast, the Vincast, people like Dan Buckle and Ben Haynes, and also Caroline Mooney. Definitely go and have a listen to those episodes. But on this episode, I'm looking at one of their icon wines. I did actually do a previous vintage of this wine. It is a 2005 Yering Station Reserve Shiraz Viognier. Shiraz Viognier was a blend, as far as the labelling, that was popularised in the late, probably more early 2000s, early to late 2000s. People don't really talk about Shiraz Viognier as much anymore. Of course, the irony being that it's not uncommon to blend Shiraz or Syrah, as it sometimes is called, particularly from cool climate regions, with probably about a maximum of 5% Viognier, which is very common in the Rhone Valley, which is arguably where some of the finest Shiraz wines in the world come from. So, under scew-cap on this vintage, unlike the 2003, I think it was, I tasted, that was under cork. And I bought this wholesale, actually, from Nelson Wine Company, the distributor here in Melbourne. And it's been sitting in my cellar for quite a few years, so I'm looking forward to seeing how 2005 looks. Colour-wise, it is starting to show a little bit of age. You know, it's 11 years old now, still retaining a lot of the red, but around the edges you can start to see a little bit of fade, a little bit of brown. It doesn't have the same luster to the darkness as you might expect to see from the grape variety in its youth. Lovely sort of ruby fruits, a little bit of new oak character, a little bit of vanilla, some spices, quite floral as well, very perfumed. Sort of some blueberries, bluer fruits, most definitely. Quite inviting, very vibrant, considering its age. I'm sure the freshness has a lot to do with the fact that it's under scew-cap as well. Not a lot of classic cool climate spice pepper. I think that's probably a reflection of the vintage. 2005 from memory was on the warm side, definitely right in the heart of that drought period in Victoria, which was from about 2003 all the way through till 2011, I think. Yeah, very inviting. Let's taste. Quite intense, really powerful in the mid palate. The freshness, the fruits still show a lot of youthful exuberance. So the wine's held up quite well. It's very clean. It's been, well filtered, I would say. There's not really any harsh texture or ugly characters on the palate. Nice and soft, quite juby, very focused tannins, quite mellow. It's been rounded out a little bit with a fair amount of oak there as well, possibly some new oak, I would dare say. It definitely has a lot of characters which are hallmarks of classic Australian Shiraz, even coming from a cooler climate like the Yarra Valley. It's a very bold, very well-made wine. It's interesting to sort of think about where a lot more cool climate Shiraz is heading in Australia. More recently, much more kind of whole bunch, really spicy, peppery, clove, almost gritty kind of characters. This is a benchmark for 10 years ago, and now the paradigm has shifted a little bit, and it's interesting to see a bit more variation in expression, in style. So this one's held up really exceptionally well. Great on a screw cap, still very fresh, and very well made wine. I am interested to see some of the more recent vintages of Yering Station, considering some of the people who have made wine there. I have no doubt they're going to be very well made. But otherwise, yeah, very good wine. I'm happy that I've held on to it. I'm happy that I'm opening it now. But thank you very much, guys, for watching this little tasting video of the Yering Station Reserve Shiraz Viognier 2005. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button below. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure, I'd love for you to share this video on social media. Follow me on social media as well at Intrepid Wino. Come visit me at intrepidwino.com. You can find out ways of getting in contact with me. If you'd like to submit some samples, I'm more than happy to taste if I have some time. But until next time, guys, cheers.